So many of you out there are looking to lose weight, but you are overlooking the fundamentals or the most important thing when it comes to weight loss. You'll try every single quick fix under the sun and then give up because nothing is working. And it's not working because you can't stick to it, because realistically, a quick fix is impossible to stick to. And in today's episode of the podcast, I'm going to be chatting about the fundamental thing that you need to be focusing on when it comes to your health and fat loss expedition. On that note, welcome to the Mandy Meyer podcast. This is the podcast where we chat all about your health, your fat loss, your health and fat loss goals, or just any goals in general and how you can achieve them. Your habits are the things, the fundamental that you need to be focusing on if weight loss is your goal. Now, one thing I want to be very clear of is that whilst weight loss is your goal or fat loss is your goal, I don't want that to be your main goal, the only goal that you have, because realistically, you have to be asking yourself, how are you going to achieve that goal? And if we go back to the intro of this podcast, I've already told you that quick fixes don't work. And you are silently sitting there watching this and you are nodding your head because you too know that quick fixes don't work because you've tried multiple of them in the past. And whilst they work short term, we all know they don't work long term. I want you to shift your attention away from weight loss, and I want you to set your goal to creating healthier habits. Because at the end of the day, it's your healthier habits that are going to lead to that shift on the scale. I'm going to use some habits as an example, or maybe the lack of healthy habits as an example. If you have a look at how you are currently feeling, or in many cases, your current body composition, or even your activity levels, for example, a lot of the times those are dictated by the habits, the lifestyle that you are currently living. So many people are always like, oh, I'm so tired all the time. Okay, but let's have a look at your habits. What is your sleep like? Are you consuming alcoholic beverages on a regular basis? Just those two things alone are going to affect how you feel the next day. If you're constantly struggling from heartburn, or again, you're feeling lethargic throughout the day, or you're not feeling great and just have no energy and always drained, have a look at your food choices, because your food choices are a habit as well. And if you constantly turn into processed foods, ultra processed foods habitually, that is going to ultimately dictate how you feel the next day, how you feel on a consistent basis. The more ultra processed foods you have, the more fun foods you have, the more lethargic you're going to feel, the higher the chance of getting heartburn. If the escalator is broken and you decide for one day to walk up the stairs and you're huffing and puffing and sweating as you walk up the stairs, where is that stemming from? That could be stemming from that you're not fit. Why are you not fit? Because the habits that you're currently executing might not involve something like cardio or walking to work on your fitness levels. I think you can see where I'm going with this. Your habits and your lifestyle dictate the way that you show up every single day. They dictate the way that you feel every single day. And let's be honest, if you have habits that are not the greatest and you feel lethargic every day and you feel like you've overeaten every single day and you feel just constantly drained, fatigued and lacking energy, what are your chances of showing up for yourself at your best every single day? Not good at all. And oftentimes your habits that you execute on a daily basis can also play a very big role within your body composition. And that's the harsh reality of it. And I know a lot of people might not want to hear that, or maybe not ready to hear that. But what you do on a daily basis, what you do on a consistent basis is going to affect how you feel. Something as small as reducing the amount of sugar intake every day or reducing the amount of ultra processed foods every day can really help your skin clear up. It can help your heartburn disappear. It can give you a boost of energy that you didn't know existed. So for you to want to change the way that you feel and change your body composition, the fundamental thing that you have to start looking at doing is working on changing your habits. You are going to have to start incorporating more habits that boost your energy, that make you feel good, and that make you feel on top of the world. And you might not believe this right now, because I never believed this in the past when my habits were up to nonsense and I was obese. I never believed that going for a walk or eating veggies would make me feel as good as what it does. It's only once I started implementing these healthier habits consistently did I start realizing how amazing I was feeling. And that, my friends, is where the shift in body composition started taking place. Because when I was executing these healthy habits on a consistent basis, I was feeling on top of the world. I had more energy, I was sleeping better, and all of that played a massive role at how I showed up the next day and the day thereafter. Executing healthy habits that aligned with my goals not only gave me a physical boost of energy to push forward with the next day, but they also gave me a mental boost of energy and confidence because I knew I was doing difficult things. I knew I was doing things that wasn't once part of my life. And with the physical boost in energy and the mental boost in energy, nothing could stop me. I mean, there were many speed bumps and hurdles, of course, but I pushed through those because my main focus was not that number on the scale. My main focus was creating a healthier lifestyle through creating healthier habits. Now, I know I've said this over and over and over again in all the episodes of this podcast, but please shift your focus away from that number on the scale. Yes, it's nice to look at. Yes, it's nice to use as a form of measuring progress. But if you're constantly going to be fixated on that number on the scale, you're going to forget to focus on how amazing you are feeling by executing these healthy habits that you are creating. If you have no idea where to start with the creation of your healthier habits, hit the link in the description and I'll send you a new habit every day for 21 days that I want you to work on, that I want you to execute. It's free of charge from me to you to help you kickstart your healthy habit creation, only because I know how damn important it is. And I also want you to stop looking around for quick fixes because we know that quick fixes don't work. If you don't want to feel so tired the next day, go to bed earlier the night before. If you don't want to feel bloated constantly or just have that feeling of nauseousness, I don't even know how to explain it, or that feeling of, oh, I've overindulged in food now, then reduce the amount of processed foods or fun foods that you are eating. Add more veggies to your plan. Drink more water so that you stay hydrated. If you want to start walking up the steps without losing your breath and without breaking into a sweat, after the first flight of stairs, start implementing more walks into your day, more cardio into your day. If you're constantly tired of being sick and run down and letting the first bug that your kid brings home from school catch you, eat more fresh foods, eat more fruit, eat more vegetables, get those micronutrients in, vitamins, minerals. And again, like I said, a lot of the times, not all the times, but a lot of the times, your body composition is a reflection of the habits that you execute on a daily basis. One thing I want to make very clear is that I do know that not everyone that is overweight has unhealthy habits. That I know for a fact. I know of many people out there that do weight training, that eat nutrient-dense foods, that get their steps in, drink their water, sleep well, who are still within a bigger body frame. And honestly, there could be other reasons for that. Hence why, which brings me back exactly to my point of not only focusing on that number on the scale, because if you are someone that is executing healthier habits throughout the day consistently and live a healthier lifestyle and there isn't a major shift within the body composition, that doesn't mean that you're doing anything wrong and it doesn't mean that you have to give up because your health markers are probably on point. But because this podcast is generic information for a huge amount of the population, as much as you want that number on the scale to shift, you have to ask yourself, what can I do on a daily basis? What can you do on a daily basis to create that change within your habits, within your lifestyle? To create habits and a lifestyle that are going to lead to a change in body composition. And always remember, with a change in lifestyle and the creation of healthier habits, this isn't going to happen overnight. So many people are out there just giving themselves 4 weeks or 6 weeks or 8 weeks to get that dream body. It's going to take longer. Give yourself a minimum of a year. Because remember, even if you only want to lose 5 kilograms, yes, it might take a lot less than a year, but after you've lost those 5 kilograms, you still need to execute that lifestyle and those habits to maintain that 5 kilogram loss. And that's why I say giving yourself a goal of 4 weeks is not realistic, because what are you going to do after the 4 weeks? Revert back to your old habits? I think not. Because it's your old habits that led to you where you currently are, wanting to change. YouTube's going to suggest a video for you to watch. Click on it, learn from it, enjoy it. On that note, I'm going to love and leave you like I usually do. Keep smiling, keep laughing, and keep being kind to one another. Much love, your friend who wants you to hit that link in the bio so you can get started with creating healthier habits today, Mandy.